what's up, man? Mr. Truth back again, man. To make second video. I ain't gonna lie, just woke up, bro. Like I'll be, like if I just woke up and I get like, a message, I gotta hurry up and do it. It don't matter what time of the day it is, how I look, whatever. I'm come out and say, excuse me, and speak. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to talk about these gangstalkers, bro. Look, this is crazy, right? you got the government shutting down Medicaid, WIC, food stamps, right? And you still got these people gangstalking. They were dumb as hell, bro. They were dumb as a brick. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff shutting down, bro. I'll tell you, man. You got people that join these people, that join Satan to destroy yourself. That Satan is legally, oh my, I mean, of course, it's destroying God's chosen people. Of course, took the land, build on the land, had foreigners come in. These fake Indian people, I think, what it was called, Siberians or something. What's it called? It's Siberians or something like that. Basically, they relate to the Chinese. These Siberians came in, got paid to act like they Indians when the whole time they doing witchcraft, to keep our people down. This, all this is in the scripture. And you got people that actually, from our people, joining these people. And of course, a lot of these people is foreigners, plants, Africans, African, because we're not African. All these people against us, and the system is collapsing. The food going up, everything going up, system collapsing. As like I said, bro, as more people, black people, start waking up, that system has to collapse. This is how it is. If you start preaching that we are the true people of the land, we the true Hebrew Israelites, and black people actually come back to knowing this truth, that system has to fall. The more people start waking up and realizing these satanic holidays are traps to keep us mentally under a spell, that system has to collapse. This is how it go. That's this, and the people that joined them is going down with them. They decide to go against us, not tell us who we really is, all for paper, all for money, man. All for a little bit of money and some land or some casinos. That's what they got. The fake Indians got the casinos. You got the fake Indian movie Prey that came out. You got the fake Leonardo DiCaprio movie where, they used to kill off the Indians and take the land. They will marry them. The white people will marry them. It's a whole bunch of, garbage. It's a whole bunch of garbage. Because you never thought, you got to think, if you was in power for so long and you've been getting over people, hanging people, killing people, planting drugs on them, sending them to jail, putting drugs in their neighborhood, liquor stores on every corner, selling guns, planting guns on people, or, planting guns in the neighborhood so we kill each other. You doing all this right? You wouldn't, for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, hanging people called, what's it called, picnicking, which is basically pick a nigga out to hang. If you do your research, a lot of people, because a lot of ignorant people on here, they don't do no there's a lot of people, period, don't do no research or history lessons or anything. And of course you're gonna think it'll last for years if they've been in charge giving orders. They've been doing all this stuff, and then you got black people kissing their ass inside with them and being spies for them. And these people all join Satan for a couple dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got these witches, and man, it's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'll be like, man, I'll be glad when, these people go down, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro, because they so evil, bro. They so wicked. It's this. You got, how much money do you need? You got $1 billion. How much money do you need? Just think about that. They cutting food stamps off. You got trillionaires. You got trillionaire billionaires. They won't even open up a playground. They won't even open up a boys. Remember you used to have boys and girls club? They closing them down. Why do you line up their pockets? And the whole thing is that narcissists, they just want to have total control and power over people, bro. That's the whole thing. They want to have total control and power over people. And these people is actually joining, these dumbasses is actually joining to try to sacrifice Hebrew Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they get paid to. Satan, put them up to sacrifice Hebrew Israelites, the gang stalking them, witchcraft, the fake personalities. They wearing a mask, act like they your friend. All this garbage, and you just, oh man, it's you. I didn't think people was this too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When I was in school, I thought everybody was smarter than me. For real. I thought people smarter, because people was paying attention in school. I was like, I was still, I had knowledge and I was learning and all that, but I didn't, I wouldn't consider a smart person. You know what I'm saying? And you look at the people that you grew up around, and and the people in the world, and you really recognize, man, that these people are dumb as hell, bro. I mean, these people are dumb as a brick. And I thought people, I just thought people had common sense. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you got white people that's in charge, that own everything, but they still hate us because the color of our skin. Come on, man. You gotta be a dumbass, believe that dumbass shit, bro. You gotta be it's bigger than that, How the hell you gonna own $1 million businesses, corporations, that still hate people because they black? Come on, bro. You gotta be smarter than that, bro. You can't be that stupid, But of course, people don't want to, people just that stupid. They just either they don't care, or they just say this is how it is. This is how stupid people is, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. And the thing is, man, people going to stay like this, bro, until they die. And I thought you can rehabilitate a couple people. I mean, it's time, that's why I just talk online, bro. I don't really had conversations too much about what I know, stuff like that, because most people have gone, their minds is gone already. They too. If you watch the movie The Matrix, man, they've been trapped in the system so long, and that will make you comfortable. After you repeat a pattern, you get comfortable, bro. You get comfortable with these things. It's crazy, man. Look at the efforts that they took to keep us down, bro. That should tell you who we is. Destroying businesses, drugs, crack, locking us up. This is all in the Bible, by the way. You know, stop this over. Even having your own family go against you. Putting gangs in the neighborhood so you can join them. Gangs is satanic, by the way. Putting gangs in the neighborhood so you can join them. Even though they just, they start off as the Black Panthers and all that. But, they infiltrate everything black people do, they infiltrate it. Even when we don't got nothing to do with it, they still come mess with us. That's a crazy part. I should tell you who we is, bro. But people are so ignorant, man, that's the last thing that, people want to admit to, that we are God's chosen people, because you've been taught you ain't nothing your whole life. And you know what I'm saying? You got people in churches, you got people pushing this Pan-African movement, you got fake people saying we found what's it called? Foundational Black Americans and all this, they try to keep us in this this black thing, really Hebrews, like no such people called black and no such people called white. It does that. They did that to rename you so you won't have, you won't know who you is, bro. I mean, this stuff is just common sense, bro. If you really just sit down and look at that, we don't own businesses, don't we? There's a couple people, and then they put the woman on top of us to own businesses. The woman think they doing something, because like I said, I just saw this on his video. This YouTube channel, and he says dude makes sense. He said when a woman when a man is in power, they think, okay, how can I build up my community? How can I build my family? When a woman is in power, they say, I don't need no man. They don't think, you know what I'm saying? They think selfishly. Not all women, not saying all of it, but it is a large majority, because they didn't empower and brainwash them to say that they don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? We black people is the only, or I'm sorry, Hebrew Israelites is the only, people that they taught this do Tyler Perry movies, do different things, man. They just, they just put it in our face, bro. And then when you try to talk to somebody about these things, they're so ignorant, or they working for Satan. So you're basically talking to a demon, you probably don't know, that's a demon, because you just preaching. You're probably talking to a demon, and, the demon is, or the person might have so caught up. Just like I was Joe Witness, and then I discovered they was ran by Freemasons, satanic Freemasons. He was stealing people money and stuff like that. Talk about the world go end, just give us all your money and all that crazy stuff. And people did that. And these, man, it's just so crazy, bro. Satan and his fallen angels have came down and destroyed humanity because of jealousy and hate, envy, and people is going with this nigga because he's got power, he's ruling the governments, and he said, well, how can I get a piece of that, even though they know it's attached to Satan, and we live in this satanic world, so you gotta, Christ say pay Satan things to Satan and pay God's things to God, you know what I'm saying? Or the government things to the government, Caesar things to Caesar, and God's things to God, you know what I'm saying? So it's man, I'll be just looking at people, bro, and I'll be looking at my own people, or my own fake people be trying to set me up. They in gangs, they in organizations. If you look at a lot of people, they foreign us, uh, you got all these different people, man, all these different personalities. You know, I wouldn't say, well, demonic personalities. And you got people that's unaware, stuck in the matrix. And you got people like me that's aware. You got other people that's aware that been gang stalking, they talking about it, making videos about it. And people just like, okay, cool. Because most people with it. Most people with Satan. So they act like they not, but that's how you know they're cowards. Because if you stand on something, stand on it. I'm standing on God. I know. If say he came down here and offered me $1 million, I wouldn't take it, bro. I'm tell you straight up. He'd be like, "It's $20 million, man. You have any bitch you want, have any car you want, house." I wouldn't take it, bro. And money could be right in front of my face, bro. Because I know what it come with. You know what I'm saying? It come with a price, bro, and that price is your life. That price is your life, and many people is accepting of that because they think, well, you only live once. I got, I'm just enjoy this and then I die. But think about afterwards. We eternal beings, man. Our spirits is eternal. So you know, if you think about everything recycles, bro. Everything, the water, everything, plastic, everything recycles. You know what I'm saying? You go take a dump, it turns the manure, grows plants out, it grows, you plant it in the dirt and the manure grows out of it. Everything gets recycled. So in the Most High is forever. So we're made in his image. So our spirits is forever. You get what I mean? We just live in a temporary body. Our spirits in this body, and his body decays because it's in there's a, 3D dimension. So anything's in the 3D is going to decay. And then it goes back into the spirit realm, and then it comes right back, maybe in different forms, but it's the same food that was here for years, same animals, same water that been here for years, getting recycled, same fish, same the buildings, same bathrooms, all this stuff is the same, and it gets recycled, man. But yeah, man, that's all I had to say. It's Mr. Truth, man. I just, I was talking about, I had to get in this gang stalking because food stamps falling down, but they keep on going into, they still gang stalking. Man, I'll be glad when God get this system over with, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is disgusting. These people are demonic and don't have no morals. They killed their old mother for $1, bro. And there's somebody that, I think it was a dude in Chicago that did they sacrifice his own mother for the insurance money. Had somebody kill her. He's in jail, and he's in jail right now. It's crazy, bro. People would sacrifice their own mother for money, bro. Man, and the dude had everything, bro. His mother gave him everything. Not like she didn't. It's crazy, bro. But it's Mr. Truth out, man. I just had to make this video, man, talking my stuff. Get some clarity on some things. Sad, man. Sad. All right, Mr. Truth out.